friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is McKenna. I run a small business called Palm Creative in Seattle, Washington, and I like to take you guys along with me for my weekly studio vlogs, how I run my business, as well as market vlogs, which we do a lot of, and additional small business content. So welcome to my channel, or welcome back. It's been so good, you guys. It's been a lot busier. I'm very excited. Sales-wise, great. Vibes-wise, terrible. Hello, friends. Happy Friday, and welcome to another market vlog, market weekend. This weekend we have two events, which is super fun. We haven't had a double up in a while. We've been doing pretty much one a weekend the last 2 weekends, and then before that we did a 6-day event, and that was exhausting. So if you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. This weekend we're going to be doing a market called 33 Artists. Both of these events, by the way, are in Spokane, Washington. We are in Seattle, but I go over a lot because I grew up there, so I have a place to stay. This weekend we're going to stay with one of my best friends, though. I'm very excited. But yeah, so we're doing 33 Artists tomorrow, and it should be a blast. I'm so excited. Actually, my mom is going to be a vendor as well, so you'll get to see her booth and additional booths. We'll see how the day goes with everything. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And then on Sunday, we will be doing the fall festival market that I've been doing every weekend. I brought some new things with me, well, new-ish. They're like new to customers, but not to me, with me, because I really need to fill out some space because my transfers did not show up in time to make more mugs, which is a huge bummer. We'll still have a ton of mugs at the market, but I definitely was like, I need more. So I'm bringing my 13-ounce glass mugs, which I haven't brought to markets in a while. So we'll see how those do. I kind of hope they just like sell out. I don't think I'm gonna continue selling them after we run out of mugs. I don't need so many mugs, you know? And they're just like, I do like them. They're really a nice heavy glass mug. But it was a different phase of the business, as we continue to say on this channel. But yeah, so we're about to leave. I just finished up the last few tasks I needed to get done. I need to film a quick Instagram thing, and then we will get in the car and head out. Lavender is not coming with us this weekend. We're gonna drop her off at my in-laws really quick and then head out of town. It looks so cloudy out today. I guess hopefully the other side of the state is less. I don't know. But the weather this weekend is supposed to be nice, so I think we're getting blessed with really pretty Sundays. It's been like in the 70s when we're up at the farm, so that's been super nice. But let's talk about where we're starting the weekend off, because last weekend I forgot to do that on my vlog. We are going to be starting our sales off at 1701. Last night we got over the to 1700. I was in the 1600, and like all week I've been posting on my Instagram for 12 days now. This will be 13. I like to do little goal videos, and so every day I post until I reach a goal. And so this goal that I'm doing is posting every day until I reach 2,000 orders by New Year's is the goal. So we're at 1,700, so we still need like, you know, 300 sales. Well, I guess 299 now, so that's exciting. So that's the goal of this time. And so with the counter, I like to unplug it before we leave, and then we come back to the studio on Monday. We do a little recap, and that's kind of how these vlogs go. I do have ideas to kind of maybe change some things up so the market vlogs are a little more exciting, because I feel like it gets a little repetitive. But we'll see. Right now, this is kind of, we're just gonna keep going with the flow. So yeah, that's where we're starting, 1701. And I think that is all before we head to the car. So I think I'm gonna get the rest of my stuff together, and then we will hit the road and head across the state. Hello and happy Saturday, my friends. It's a market day. We are about to get the car packed up. Eli's starting it right now, and then we'll head off to our market, which is so exciting. Good morning, Eli. Are you excited for market day?
Oh my god, I'm so excited. And we get to do it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the market's about to start. Everything is set up. We'll see how it goes today. I don't know if it's gonna be super crazy or what, but it'll be fun. Okay, so it's 1:30, so we have a couple more hours, but it's been so good, you guys. It's been a lot busier. I'm very excited. I don't know what's been the best seller today, though. Everything's been selling equally, which has been interesting. But it's been a good day so far. happy market day. It is Sunday, you guys, and we just got up to the farm. Eli and I both drove a car, so I'm borrowing my mom's car today because we could not fit everything into the Subaru, which is unsurprising since we usually have a minivan that we borrow. Hopefully next year things just go crazy and I can get a new car because it's been rough with this car stuff lately. But I'm grateful everyone's letting us borrow their cars. So we're up here, we just unloaded it. Both cars just parked and now we're gonna go set up. Eli's already started, so I'm gonna get over there and get together. But we're back up at Green Bluff at the farmhouse. I love it up here. It's so perfect. It's a beautiful day. Like, I think this is probably the last beautiful day. It's 71, I think, is the high. And it's blue skies. I'm just so excited. So let's go set up for another market day, another fall market day. Quick update. It is 10:30 and we already had our first sale, so that's exciting. And Eli, how are you feeling? But it's really windy, so I'm a little nervous. Hopefully it's not another crazy windy day where everything falls over. That'd be good. Chaos has ensued. All the stickers fell over. It's too windy, so Eli's putting up the tent side. Having a good time, Eli? So good. So it's 2 o'clock and the wind is horrible. We've had to take out most of the stuff. Postcards are gone. Everything over here rearranged. Things have fallen all day. A lot of vendors, as you can see, have left, which is great for me, I guess. But not really, because I have no protection from the wind on either side of us. And I don't know, we're trying to decide if we want to leave, but it's my least favorite thing to do at a market is to leave early without like talking to the people. I don't know what to do. I've never left a market early, so we'll see. But more people are trying to leave, it looks like. But yeah, too windy. Too windy. Okay, so we're almost out of battery. I forgot to charge the second battery pack. I thought I did. I didn't. So we won't be able to film us packing up. But honestly, I don't think you want to see it. Oh, this lighting is off. There we go. Everybody's leaving. It's only 4 o'clock. It technically goes till 5. I'm gonna start packing up some of our stuff and then see how we feel. Because this has been the worst. Eli, are you okay? What's wrong? He looks sad. Eli's sad boy. But yeah, sales-wise, great. Vibes-wise, terrible. Wind is terrible. Hello and happy Monday, my friends. We are back in the studio today. We drove back last night again to Seattle. It's getting a little exhausting, I'm not gonna lie. I knew that going into this, obviously, because we did it in June where we were in Spokane for an event every weekend. And it's a lot. It's also just a lot to prep for markets every weekend, especially we don't really know how they're gonna go. But let's talk about this specific weekend and how it was. So 33 Artist Market was amazing. I did that one in June, and it went okay. Like I sold a good amount. I just like felt like I didn't really fit in. I don't know, it was just kind of like a vibe, because it is like a mixture of like fine artists and, you know, stuff like me that makes everything. And I feel like this time I I don't know if it was just like I was in a better mood because I don't know, I just was, or I was just really excited, but I had a really good time. And as you guys saw, my mom was also vending. She just started doing markets this summer, and so she's been doing a couple here and there, and so it was kind of fun because we kind of be like, because we could see each other diagonally. So that was cute. But yeah, we did really well. Sold a lot of book bundles, which was great. However, I'm like very anxious. I need to get more books. I only have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 different books. So I can only have 8 out at a time, and some of them I'm down to like 1 book. And I do have another shipment coming, but it's coming from Canada, so it does take some time, and the tracking's kind of funky on it. So we'll see. I think I might need to go out and look because we only have 3 books for this weekend, and I have 3 days of market. So anyway, that's just on the top of my head. I was like, that's crazy. We have to get stuff, we have to prep for the next one, and that's kind of how these markets go, where my brain's kind of always in a state of being in the now of like the market being great, but also having to like think ahead during it. And like we sold out, I'm trying to think what else we sold out of. It was kind of just a mixture of things. Mugs did not sell well this weekend, which we'll talk about why at the second event. But it just was like apparel, which is great because I feel like there was kind of like a little bit of a gap of apparel not being the favorite, and mugs were kind of the favorite. And honestly, it's so hard to predict what is going to be the hot ticket. I was talking to, honestly, I talked to a couple different vendors about this just kind of over the last couple weeks, because we've just been like, you can't figure out your trend. You can't figure out the product that's going to be the hot product, or like what is the hot product for one weekend might not be for another. It's just so random, and it's so hard to predict, because I feel like, you know, there was things on the website that I was like, okay, these do well. Honestly, I just have the philosophy of try something. If something's like exciting to you, like when I started doing card coasters, I just like the idea that I could print, sublimate, and like make them pretty easy, and it could be fun, and like it's something you don't see super regularly like at markets or like out in real life. Like online, I feel like you can find them pretty easy. But yeah, I started doing them because I just thought it'd be fun, and now I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep doing them. They're really fun, but I'm just like, I don't know. There's things that I'm finding that I enjoy making and doing, and that bring me joy, and there's others that don't. And so like, I think we did sell some car coasters this weekend. Keychains, it's always the same like couple of keychains. Like sometimes the other ones will sell. I think the Berry Happy Soul like sells usually really good, but I haven't been bringing it lately because I just was like, it's kind of a summer thing. But of course, I'm just a girl. That keychain sells out often, which I do love, and the I Close My Book to Be Here, which is also my favorite other one. And I think Happy Stack's the third. So like we sold keychains, we did sell some mugs, not as many as I thought, and then yeah, apparel and books as usual. So that's why when I've talked about this in the studio vlog, where I'm like, do I need to like niche to bookish stuff, because it seems like in person and online, those are the things that sell the best and like bring the most excitement. They also bring me the most joy. So lots to think about. I feel like markets really get my brain moving. I don't know if anyone else has this experience at markets, but you're constantly kind of like taking an input, because like people will say things. Sometimes they're nice, sometimes they're not. I mean, usually they're nice, but you know, some people I'm not their cup of tea, which is totally fine. Like, you know, not everyone wants to walk into a bright pink booth. I get it. But it is interesting to hear like the feedback in person, and like, even if you're like, they don't know you're taking in that feedback, I take in the feedback. I like to know what people are thinking and kind of get an idea for future launches. And so that's how I felt 33, like I felt really good. There was a lot of, okay, Taco's really interested. Come on, buddy. He's kind of being extra today. I think it's because we left him. Okay, you can go back there. He's so extra. Taco. You lay down? Hey. I like don't want your butt on camera, dude. Oh my gosh. He's like, but I do. Anyway, sorry, Taco. You don't get to be the center of attention at all times. He's like, yes, I do. So yeah, it was really fun. The Wonder Building, which is where it's held, or was held up until this one, they're switching locations, which really does suck. I feel bad for them. There's like some issues with the building and like the company that owns it. I don't know. Something about permits. Who knows? It sounded annoying, and I was so sad for the artist market because it does, like, it's a great spot. There's food, there's drinks, like it's so fun. And I feel like this one was way better attended than the last one I did, and I think it's just because it's getting into the holiday season. People are starting to shop for gifts and such. And there was just so many amazing vendors. Like, everyone was just so talented. I don't know. And Gwen, who puts it on, like, she is just a little ray of sunshine. I don't know. The whole thing's great. I love it. I'm a big fan. So we had a great time. We sold more than I expected, which is always a huge plus. I kind of go into that one unsure just because the last one I did, it was, you know, it was good. It was just not great. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's good enough for me to do again, and I want to see how it goes. It is, like, I feel like if I lived in town, I'd probably sign up for every time they have it, just to see if I could get in. But since I'm out of town, that's really the only difference for me. If you're in Spokane or around the Spokane area, I recommend, if you have a shop that you make things and have artsy things, apply. It's really great. They had like ceramic artists too, a lot of like, there was some crochet, there was just a lot of stuff. Now let's talk about the farmhouse. So we get there, like, and let's start off the weekend. I've been so lucky to be able to borrow my in-laws minivan for almost all our big events, and I'm so grateful. And this weekend they did need to use their van, and so we were trying to figure out how to use the Subaru. And we have done events where we just have the Subaru, but those events have been a lot smaller, and I usually don't have the tent. And since the farmhouse is outside, I needed the tent. And you guys, it was rough. We were like, how are we gonna do this? Thankfully, my mother came to the day and let us borrow her car, so we had 2 cars going up to Green Bluff. And so it definitely was like one of those moments where like, oh my gosh, like, if things could just, you know, if I could just go viral and I could buy a car or like lease a car, that'd be great. Because right now we were down to 1 car. We used to have 2. We have had many cars from LA to here, but really we don't need another car. It's just market-wise, like, it's becoming a problem, and I'm trying to figure out how to solve it without taking on like a huge car lease. So anyway, that is currently the vehicle predicament, and that's why we use my in-laws van, because it is way easier, and our little Subaru is just not meant for that. And the car I had before this one was a VW Beetle, so that would not have worked either. So we sold it because I was like, what am I gonna do with this this convertible, this sunshine car up in Washington? So anyway, we used 2 cars, so we both drove up, and when we got there, it was perfect weather. It was sunny, there was the lightest breeze, it was warm, and I was like, wow, it's like warm today, it's gonna be a beautiful day. And then the weather decided to be like, you know what, you've had a really good run the last 2 weeks, let me be annoying. So even though it was warmish outside, the wind took over. It became very quickly a problem where it wasn't just like a light breeze anymore, and then it kind of became like little gusts. And so throughout the day I kept checking weather app, and at first it was like 2 to, you know, it was like 6 miles an hour, and I'm like, oh, easy. And then it was 4 to 10, and then it was 10 to 22 miles an hour, like gusts of 22 miles an hour. And those gusts took us out many times. For the first time ever, my whole sticker display flew off, like the whole piece just went whoosh and flew away, and all the stickers went everywhere. And I was like talking to one of my vendor friends who's actually on YouTube, Cameron's Cute Creations, I think is her title on here. If it's wrong, I'm putting it here. But Cameron was there, and she was buying a shirt. She was just we were trying to have a conversation. Stickers went flying, and I was just like, oh my god, like, what is happening? And then it just kept getting worse, and I've never, like, there's been a couple times I feel like I've probably been like, oh, I wish I could have left because it was such a dud market. And it really, like, I don't know. Sometimes, I don't know how to explain this unless you've done markets. And if you've done markets, you get this. When there's weather problems or it's a dead market, the vibe of the other vendors tanks. Your vibe personally tanks. And everyone's just, like, cranky and wants to go home. And some do. I'm just, you know what? I was that student that didn't like to not go to class. I wanted to do things. I wanted to be there even though, you know, sometimes I didn't, if I was sick, I don't know. I was just that person that, like, I don't like leaving early. I feel weird about it unless it's like a straight up, like, everyone leave. I don't know. I'm just too anxious. And so I am personally somebody that doesn't like leaving markets unless it's like really, really to that point of direness. And they never came around to say we could leave, and so I just was so anxious about it. I don't know. Throughout the day I was like, I want to leave, but I don't want to leave because I don't want to get in trouble and like make anyone upset. It also looks pretty bad when you leave a market early, and it affects your other vendors. Like, literally, I think we started packing up at 4:40 and we're supposed to like pack up at 5. And we started to, because I kid you not, everyone across from me, across there, was gone. Not a single booth. I was next to a coffee truck, but like it was about to be closing time and like no one was really getting coffee, so they weren't walking over. And everyone next to me, it was like 4 or 5 booths had packed up, and then the whole row packed up before 5, and I was like alone, stranded, sitting there like, this is the worst. And only the other ones that stayed were the ones in the front, which makes sense because it's like a little more obvious if you're packing up and like you have more foot traffic. I had nobody coming by. Like, I ended up having one last band book crew neck sale, which was great. I was so happy about that. I was like, okay, phew. Stuff went flying. I was so cranky. I was cold. We didn't end up eating anything, or like I didn't get coffee. I didn't do anything because Eli was holding up stuff the whole time. Every time I like kind of left, stuff would fly out or a customer would come in and then I'm holding something. I couldn't even open bags. Like, stuff was just flying everywhere. It was awful. Like, rain is really frustrating because I have a lot of paper products, and so those days freak me out. But wind is like my least, I can't deal with it. It makes me so anxious. And we had that at Pig Out. If you've watched the Pig Out vlog, that was the first day, and like, it's so, like, markets are fun. They're supposed to be like, you're having a good time, you also are working, but you're there and you're having fun. And wind, instantly, I was so overstimulated, so anxious, everything kept falling, you know. I was so scared stuff was going to be damaged, and then like customers were like, stuff was falling, and so we ended up taking the pegboard down, and something smells weird. Anyway, I thought I smelled smoke. I was like, I think it's just our oven because I'm heating it up to make lunch. But anyway, actually I'm gonna check it because it does smell weird. Ah! Hold, please. Why do you smell so strange? Oh, it's still preheating. Never mind. I was just like, oh my god, it smells like smoke in here. It's fine. Nothing's wrong. Anyway, whoa, brightness. So it was just really frustrating. The whole day was really anxiety inducing. I also like did not get sleep. Like, I just couldn't sleep. I kept waking up and I just felt awful. And then we ended up driving back last night. Thankfully Eli was, you know, the MVP, and he drove, and I could not stay awake. I felt so sick and I just was so frustrated. So all those things aside, it's so hard because markets are just such a weird, they're so strange sometimes. So all this stuff was happening, but people were still shopping. However, mugs did not sell. There was things that I think would have sold, and then when we took the pegboard down, I had to take off like all my inventory. Like, all the stickers had to be put away. I put away, you know, pretty much everything that could possibly be damaged further, and I just was frustrated. But we ended up sales-wise doing, I think it was around the same that we did the first weekend. So it wasn't as good as last weekend, but it was still really good. And so, still worth it. And it wasn't like, there's nothing you can do with wind. Like, it came out of nowhere. I don't know. The weather had not predicted such wind gusts, and it was just, the card was full. So, sorry for the cutoff. Anyway, as far as the markets though, great. Like, anyone that is new here and is coming from those markets, I just want to say thank you guys so much. Like, it has been so fun and so worth it to do these events. It is frustrating since I feel like most of my good events are on the east side, and I'm really trying to grow on the west side since that's where I live right now. But I love the little community over there and all the small business friends I have. It's just been so fun. And then as far as sales went, so I'm trying to remember where we started. It was like 1704. I'll put the correct number below if I didn't say it. I think it was like 1704 or something. We are now 1753, and that was for the weekend. I did realize, I feel like in the future vlogs for markets, I'll start doing this. I've seen some other people post, and I was like so confused because they were like, I sold, you know, 800 or like 500 sales, and I was like, how in the hell are people getting those kind of, you know what I mean? I was like, what? Like, how? I couldn't understand how people were like getting that many customers in like a short market that they were like at. And then I realized it's because they're looking at items sold, and I was like, that would be smart. I should do that. So future markets, I will be doing that, and I'll tell you how many sales I made, like products sold. Because for this, it's like, even though if I had, let's say 25 customers through that day, those customers are buying more than one thing. It's usually quite a bit, and usually the sales are pretty high. And so it's hard because I'm like, it seems like I didn't do very well because I only had like 50 customers, you know, for a weekend. But then I'm like, well, they bought like a lot. So I think moving forward, I'll try to do that as well as show you the counter, because I do love the counter. I think there is a way to switch it to sales, but I like to know how many. I don't know, something about the customer thing really makes me happy. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this week's market vlog. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's things you would like to know more about markets. I am going to be doing a market series hopefully soon. I haven't figured out, I have like everything drafted and how I want to do it. It's going to be a multi-part series, so I'm very excited. But I don't know timeline wise when I'll be able to do it, and it's coming in the next couple months, hopefully sooner than later. But the holiday season is coming and I am very anxious and I have a lot to do. But anyway, thank you so much. If you've shopped with me, watched the vlogs, I really appreciate all the love and support. It means so much to me. I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all next time.